Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Team Building with Zooch, where I take a live guest and team build with them for a matchup. And afterwards, I'll go ahead and review the replay and talk about how I think the team performed. So, without further ado, we have our guest Buffcat with us here today. What's going on, man?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? We got a game, interesting game here, interesting rules, interesting matchup going on here. This is WPF Week 1, so hopefully we can start out with a dub. Basically, two Terra captains, but there's no point limit. So you could have two really good Terra captains if you wanted to spend the points, or basically a good one and a mid one, whatever you want to do, basically. So, but yes, Terra preview, nothing else really too crazy for the matchup here. So, have you had a chance to look at this at all, or not really?
I looked at it a bit. I was thinking through some Blaziken sets, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bundle seems like his obvious Terra here.
Yeah.
Kind of really weak to it. I'm expecting Terra ground because it'll hit both possible checks and Tenta and Tinkaton.
Yep. That's a good call. Yep. Um. Yeah. I mean, you do have that Terra Ting Lu. You're probably
Yeah,
gonna be tearing Blaziken here, but I'm thinking maybe at first glance maybe we make Ting Lu a not planning on tearing it probably, but if we do bring the Lu, which probably will because there's a golden go, probably like show a Terra that might like make him think twice about clicking an ice move or something. Like if you show Terra Steel or something, you could just one shot his ass with a body press if he's if he doesn't Terra, or you can just hit him with a big earthquake. So I'm thinking something like that because yeah, just freeze dry into Terra Blast, like you said, ground is really oppressive in this matchup. So we might have to run a couple of lures like Yachi, Zapdos, or something. Um, Maybe even Yachi Cruel or just AV Cruel, something, because that guy's gonna be a problem. And two, ground is another good reason because it does resist the SL Rock as well if we bring Lycan Rock. So yeah, that guy's a problem. What kind of Blaziken sets were you thinking of here?
uh, my first thought was just regular old Swords Dance Protect with a fighting move and then something to hit Whimsicott. So I figured it would come, or it would be Thunderous. Yeah, one of them's coming, and one of them's going to be a Prankster Mon, obviously, to try to slow it down.
Yeah, you could. What you could do is you really do only need stabs in this matchup, like CC and Flare
Mhm.
Blitz. So you can still be SD Protect, or pretty much any other two moves. What you could do, it doesn't really help you in terms of like attacking or like defensively either, I don't think. But you could just run Terra Dark and you just avoid all the Prankster. So
Yeah,
so there's an
that
option.
was a thought with it.
Yep. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, honestly. And with Terra Dark, I mean, at least you're not really like weak to anything per se that's gonna want to come in versus you. I mean, you will be weak to Whimsicott if it switches in, but with the speed boost, you should be okay. I doubt it's gonna be like a Scarf Whimsicott or something. Only maybe Scarf Urshifu might be able to outspeed you, and you obviously cannot protect versus that guy with this stupid
Yeah,
ability. So don't forget about that. um, you could tack on like a cheeky little like vacuum wave if you want to run like Life Orb or something. I don't know how much it would really do, but it's an option because it does hit both these guys pre-Terra. So,
yeah.
um,
I was also thinking about just a standard Lord set with probably a. I guess I only get Solar Beam right for part.
does it even get Solar Beam? I don't even know. Blaziken. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, interesting. That could
So
be interesting.
he
Yeah,
doesn't switch into fire all too great. Besides Swampert, I don't really know if he can slot or Aquanid, and I don't think Cyclozar is really a fire resist with
yeah,
Terra and Life
yeah,
Orb.
yeah. And if you don't show like Terra Grass or something, he may think like a Swampert is like a pretty good like just at least one time check to Blaziken. Um, so I kind of want to calc and see how much like Solar Beam actually does to that guy. Let's just check versus max HP because he's probably going to be defensive, right? Versus your team. Defensive helps with Lycan Rock. It could be a pretty easy like think a ton switch and just get rocks up. So it's probably gonna be defensive here, the Swampert, if I had to guess. So let's check how much Solar Beam does. Let's just check Timid for now. What's the Life Orb? Okay. How about without Life Orb? Still kills. So that could be an option. It would be Power Herb, obviously Solar Beam. So with it, because you don't need any special attack investment, you still technically could be physical if you want. What are some things that could potentially live a hit? Glamora, maybe?
I think Glim, yeah, would be the most realistic one.
Glim has... his defenses are pretty equal, to be honest. Glim... Araquanid has bad defense. You'd probably end up just being physical here. You have a pretty good switch into Glamora, and you have actually two. Ting Lu is obviously the obvious one. It does get like something like Dazzling Gleam, but that's not gonna really do much. Or Energy Ball, and then Tinkaton's pretty good too. Again, Earth Power I don't think would do too much. I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of like that set. So it would be something like Power Herb, and then yeah, we really have like a free Tera like option here. Like I don't really see a Tera that sticks out like that we need. Dark is again just the safe to avoid any of that crap. Other than that, honestly, it would probably just be something like maybe even just straight up like fighting just to empower your close combat to maybe kill the Glamora. You do not get SD or Protect. You have to pick one or the other with this Solar Beam set. And without Life Orb, yeah, it's a bit tricky because without Protect, if you run just SD 3 attacks, you have to SD like on it like safely. Like it's gonna be hard. Like because a Pokemon like Blaziken can just easily like sweep teams. Like he should not let Blaziken have a free turn and pretty much just stay in with whatever. Once Blaziken hits the field, the problem is a lot of things on his team like can do a lot of damage to you. Like it's hard to get like a Swords Dance up. I'm thinking here. You would have to.
I think the safest way is just use Blaziken to break and then try to open up the end game for Val and try to clear the Goldengo.
Yeah, that's smart. So okay, so we're probably gonna just throw on Protect there just to ensure we get a speed boost if we need it. So it would just be Flare Blitz CC. I'm thinking. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Probably yeah. It's either Dark or Fighting. I think for Tera. How much are we doing to Glamora? Let's check with CC. Oh, this is minus attack. Would it be Jolly or Adamant? Maybe Adamant here, actually. Can Adamant even outspeed Bundle? That +1? +1. Definitely not if he's max speed. What's he going to creep down to, though? I don't know if he's going to creep as the thing. If he creeps down to Valiant, we can, but we don't know if he's going to actually creep.
I mean, he should creep to just...
He should.
To Blaziken, yeah.
Yeah, he really should. I think it's probably worth it for us to go Adamant because, you know, assuming like we're going to have Blaziken and we're going to either Protect or attack and kill something, right? And then if he brings in the bundle and he is for some reason still faster, we can just Protect that turn. And then we'll be +2 to make sure we're faster unless he's Scarfed. So I think it's okay if he should really creep down to either this or to Valiant. But I think it's okay if he doesn't. So yeah. I think we'll get away with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna creep down to him creeping Valiant with this guy. So we're gonna go like 200 Adamant. And then, so yeah, this is like you said, this is the breaker. This isn't like the win condition or anything. When this thing hits the field, it should get a kill. If it doesn't get at least one kill, then it's going to be a hard game, I think.
Do I need to creep to that Cyclozar? No, it wouldn't be max speed.
Yeah. Well, again, it's either he's going to be max speed anyway with these guys, or he should creep to Valiant, which we would outspeed that. So, again, same thing with Cyclozar. If, you know, we can just Protect on it if we're scared of him being faster, because he's not gonna just he shouldn't just switch Cyclizar in hard on us. Ow, that hurt. Okay, but no, this is a good opening set. We can leave the Terra for open for now. We'll just put Dark, but we could switch that later if we have to. But yeah, Adamant CC does to Glamora. It chunks. It definitely chunks.
How much does an Adamant CC do to Swampert? I mean, we don't even need Solar Beam.
If it's Fist F, I don't think it 2-shots. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we might need the Solar Beam.
We'd have to do Life Orb at that point.
Yeah.
Or like Black Belt or something.
I think it's probably a bit better just to just to have the Solar Beam. I think I think you just attack, and then if he brings in Swampert after, yeah, just pop him with the Solar Beam. I don't think he's gonna expect Solar Beam. I think he would expect maybe Terra Grass, but once he sees Terra Grass, I don't think he's gonna think of Solar Beam. So it could be a good lure. This doesn't always kill because we're minus special attack, but if it's switching into an attack or like any sort of hazard is up, it should die. We could go a minus defense nature if you're scared of this, or if you're okay with this, we can just leave Adamant.
Yeah, I think we can just leave Adamant.
Yeah, that's what
I mean, I have Ting Lu. I should have a spike up,
right.
And I have a Steel that wants to sit on Glamora.
Yeah, he does have pretty decent removal. He's got a spinner and I guess double spinner. You do have a spin blocker and a mortal spin blocker, I guess. So it might be a bit hard for him to get rid of the hazards. Does he have a spiker? He does not, right? Does Glamora get spikes?
I believe so.
Does it? Dang it.
Yes, it does.
Rats. Okay. All right. So what he could do is he could potentially just try to like spike war us, because he can block our spin with a Goldengo. Goldengo's a pretty easy switch into Tentacle. Can't really do much to it. If it has recover, like we can just knock it off. That's about it. If we bring spin, so
yeah, because unless it's a batshit crazy Swords Dance week, which I don't see how it beat. I don't know how it would actually break bundle with it. So
on Tentacle, you mean?
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. No, this is a really solid. Yeah. But again, like, so this is what I'm saying. Like, the Terra on Blaziken really isn't even that necessary this game. So like, we could Terra the Ting Lu if we want. Or like you said, if you had like another Pokemon like the Greninja or something, like that would probably be the Terra target, at least for this matchup. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of Ting Lu we bring here. So we definitely need Valiant. Obviously, that guy is gonna come to pretty much every week. But we can leave him off for now. I mean, Valiant, yeah, his poison doesn't resist fighting either, so you really only need Moonblast, something for Goldengo. You could be like Shadow Ball if you want to be special, or it could be physical with like Knock and Spirit Break, and then probably like Psychic, like Psyshock, Psychic. That's really all you need. So, I guess if you're Shadow Ball, Moonblast, Psyshock, if he's like Terra Steel on something, you don't have a fighting move. So you could run a fighting move over a psychic move, like, because fighting still hits Glamora pretty hard. It's just not super effective. That's all. I don't really see his Terra Pokemon terraing into poison this game, so I wouldn't. That's not really something you'd have to worry about. I don't think. I think, like you said, ground is pretty obvious for bundle if it Terras, and then Urshifu. Urshifu.
I mean, Steel feels pretty strong because it'll flip the Valiant matchup if I don't have a fighting move. Yeah, also, if he's just scarfed, it flips it if I'm not booster.
Yeah, you have double offensive fighting though, plus a Lycanroc that can pretty much gets Tough Claw CC. Like, I feel like Steel isn't. I feel like it might be something like Electric maybe to not worry about Zapdos. Could be a thing.
It could be, yeah, and it also resists Gigaton.
Yeah.
So I mean, Tink's the best. One of the better checks I have to it.
Yeah, Urshifu is hard to check, but yeah. And then we got a Giraffe Rig. Um. Hmm. How do we want to? I think Zap has to come here.
Hmm.
Um. It's pretty solid for a couple of things. I'm thinking we might actually like want to lead this Zapdos maybe. And if it's leading it, I'm thinking maybe you don't run boots. Like I'm thinking maybe you run a Yachi Berry. Because I think that is a Pokemon that does Hurricane just one shot bundle in case you Terra Grounds. Let's see. Because that could be a lure. It
That's
almost one
really
shot it.
testing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like maybe we do that. I mean, even if like he doesn't even like one shot us like even with Ice Beam, but he could potentially have like he could be like Specs or Terra Ice or something. So the Yachi would basically make it so you don't gotta worry about anything. Yachi won't really pop versus anything else, I don't think. Um,
I mean, the only thing would be like Ice Punch, Swampert.
yeah, Ice Punch or Avalanche or one of those like weird moves. So that could be a thing. Um, it's basically just about like limiting like basically so bundle can't get a free turn versus a lot of the Pokemon we bring. So like versus Blaziken for example, we should technically beat it because we'll be faster unless he's scarfed after protect, and then it'll die to pretty much any attack. If we're Yachi on Zapdos, we beat it. Ting should be able to at least beat it 1v1 for a little bit unless it takes too much damage. Valiant could be booster speed, and it usually tanks a hit anyway, unless he's specs. Ting Lu tanks. So
Mhm.
I think that's kind of how we're gonna have to like build this team, is just to make sure like bundle can't just go crazy and just get a free click versus anything, and just limit
For
that
sure.
guy. Yeah. So um so we could I'm thinking we probably build Zap more Spadef, so it could kind of be our initial Golden Go plus like Golden Go check plus if he manages to double into bundle or get bundle, and it's not like we just die and roll over. um Ting Lu is also very good for Golden Go though. Well, we can cater Ting Lu more to like something like Lamora and Thundy, and then use Zappy for Golden Go plus bundle, or that's what I'm thinking here. Shed Tail's not allowed, right, by the way?
No, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, there's no way. I just want to make sure.
I think it was like 7 points, so probably not.
Jesus, I hope not. Their ground is
Uh,
Swampert.
yeah, it's banned.
Right. Okay. So I'm thinking we just Volt Hurricane Roost. Volt Hurricane Roost. We can go Heat Wave if we want to if we want to actually like beat the Golden Go. It also helps with like something like a Terra Steel if he does bring Terra Steel.
Yeah, and I mean, it can fish for a burn
Yeah.
on Shifu or something.
Yeah. All right. So let's do. Yeah, I think we just do Volt Hurricane Heat Wave. How much investment do we need? Probably a lot to make sure to kill bundle after rocks if he is Terra Ground. Yeah, we need too much, I think. Maybe like this much. And that's no bulk too.
I mean, I'd want to prioritize Spike anyway, wouldn't I? I mean, I would assume the Dundee's
Yeah.
going to be Bloots.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, definitely Spike for sure. I mean, we're probably gonna have rocks too, but yeah, we're gonna fit Spike for on Ting Lu for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then Roost. Not sure. Do we want any speed on this guy? I mean, if I'm like something like Urshifu or something like Lamora or even Golden Go, I'd probably put like enough speed to outspeed min speed these guys. So I would probably run like a little bit here to catch a creep, maybe like 16 or something. And
Yeah.
then just make the rest. I think we're gonna make this guy some more Spadef. He's yeah, he's got a lot of special attackers actually. His only physical attacker is like Urshifu, really.
And then he's got the Swampert and Raquinette that aren't going to be heavily invested.
Yeah, usually they're not too much. So yeah, it makes sense to go pretty much almost max defense for this guy. Definitely want those booties. And yeah, so this is gonna be again. Let's check how much this takes from Golden Go, for example. As long as we can take 2 Scarf Shadow Balls, we have to see though. Oh yeah, we can. What the heck?
Oh, we eat Shadow Balls.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. So if they plot, if we plot, the play is to probably just slow Volt Switch into something faster, like Blaziken, or for example. If they just straight up attack us, you can just, you know, you can either Volt Switch again, or you can just attack him for some damage if he's insane, or you can Hurricane, like, make a prediction. You're not really under any threat if he just attacks you. So it's just a plot when you kind of have to Volt Switch out of there. And let's check Mr. Bundle too. Iron Bundle. Yeah, so we do just eat a regular. It's gonna be modest this game for sure. You know, we do eat one. Oh wait, I said Yachi, did I not? Wait.
Yeah, I mean, I can. Spin Blocker's gold. I punish him.
No, you'd have to
Okay.
if we're gonna bring Cruel, you'd have to bring Flip Turn and just assume Golden Go's coming in and get momentum versus that guy.
Yeah, I mean, weren't we gonna lead this guy?
Yeah, we are. So more than likely, yeah. So I think we're gonna actually run the Yachi Berry. Because even if rocks are up, like worst case scenario, rocks are up and Golden Go is in or something, and then we switch in, we'll be down to 75. But we tanked 2 anyways, no matter what. You just might have to roost. It just depends, because then you might die on the next hazard if you Volt Switch out. So you gotta be a bit careful with this guy's health when you're not running boots. But no, if you can lure the bundle and kill it with a Hurricane, then this game is gonna go a lot easier for you. So, okay.
Yeah, especially if we just take the Tera with us.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
So we definitely need Valiant. I think we definitely need Ting Lu. Let me just put those on there for now. I'm trying to think of what the other 2 is gonna be. It's gonna be between these 4. Shinistia.
I'm shocked that Draft Rig wasn't in those
I know.
guys there.
What did you just pick him because you like that Pokemon? I'm curious.
It was kind of just a normal type, plus I guess it gets screens.
Oh, okay.
But I normally pick Mudbray. There's enough 1-pointers there not to pick Mudbray this time around.
Yeah, that's funny. So I'm thinking at first, like Tinka makes a lot of sense here. And then it's between Sinistia, Lycanroc, and Cruel. Ooh, I just realized we don't have a... Oh, wait, no, I'm blind to Cruel. Cruel could help with potential Toxic Spike too, just absorbing them. Lycanroc is obviously just very, very strong. Even Sinistra, it might be not bad. Like, if you make it defensive, like mostly defensive with Colbur Berry, like that could be your kind of like Urshifu switching. Because we're gonna have what? If we bring Valiant, Blaze, Ting Lu, Tink, that's 4 Dark Resists plus Zapdos and Sinistra. So he might not even just click Wicked Blow. He's probably gonna end up clicking like U-turn and stuff a bunch. So I could see like if you bring Sinistra, like with the Colbur Berry, would obviously have it to like also kind of like another lure for this stupid Urshifu. But I don't know. It's hard because it's not even like you kind of can kill Urshifu or just burn it. Like it doesn't really. It can kind of sit on him. It can Iron Defense up maybe, but it can only really do that once, and then you kind of give up what you're doing. So
I feel like if we bring Lycan, we might want to change the Blaziken set because it's targeting that Swampert. We might not even end up needing with if we get spikes up, then it takes like a abandoned close combat or a crunch or something from Lycan. It might even get in itself into range to just a life orb close combat.
yeah,
And Tera fight.
yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's just the stupid double prankster is annoying as hell.
Yeah, but I like think. I mean, I realistically think he brings the top 5 in Glamora. I don't think he
Yeah.
ever wants to really run webs. His team's generally faster than mine.
Yeah, no, you can definitely roll out Raccoon. You could probably roll out Whimsicott too. Whimsicott does like it's got good speed versus you, but I mean Tinkaton just does it can't do anything to Tinkaton. So it's just a free Tinket switch every time Whimsicott's in.
Yeah, and I also get Tentacruel in too. If I just go Liquid Ooze, it can't touch me, and I can get Toxic Spikes up.
Yeah, that's also a thing. That's that too. Um, and because he doesn't obviously want to go Glamora on Tentacruel, so something would ideally get poisoned. Again, it's probably gonna be the Cruel or the Golden Go as the Cruel swap though. Mm, yeah, I'm thinking we probably bring these two. I think as the last two.
Yeah,
It's tough though, and it's tough. But like, yeah, I'm thinking we bring those two. Definitely need Tinkaton. I think Tinkaton's too good here.
yeah. I love Tinkaton. My
Yeah,
goat.
it's a really good Pokemon. I've used it a bunch, so let's throw Tinkaton on there, and then probably Tentacruel again. We could still change this guy though. All right, so let's do Tinkaton. It's probably the easiest set out of these. We're gonna probably run rocks. Right, it's a rocker. Rocks, Gigaton, knockoff, so we're not just walled by Goldengo. Rocks, Gigaton, knockoff. What do we want to encore anything?
I mean, I guess I could get a free switch into something if I Encore Hurt or Glim into a Hazard. I don't think Urshifu would want to set up with Sword Stance.
No, because you could easily just play rough. I guess if he's like if he's like Terra something, like Terra Fire
Yeah.
maybe, like it's kind of safe from Tink. He potentially could. I'm thinking less.
No, I don't really see.
No, yeah, not T-Wave. Is again, Golden Go should really switch into this guy. He should really bring a recover Golden Go because it can switch into a lot of things. If he brings like a Specs or Scarf, Golden Go is kind of trolling in my opinion. I'm thinking Gigaton, Knock.
I think it comes down to do I just bring Play Rough or do I bring like a screen or something?
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
as
say.
oh crap button.
Yeah, Play Rough might just be like the. I know it's the most simple, but it might just be the best option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't get a ton of moves. Encore.
I mean, the most like practical use I see of Encore is just encoring bundle into something and then switching into something that isn't super weak to it. Like just picking ice or water and then forcing it to switch in.
Yeah, or maybe if like Thunderous tries to set up, like potentially you could encore it, but
I mean, Thunderous can't really break Ting Lu at all. I guess Grass Knot's its best click.
yeah, or Focus Blast. It does it. I was looking at the calculate. I think it was the other Thunderous, which is a bit stronger, but You know, with a plot, it can do some damage. It's like extra belt 2 or something, you know, but
Yeah.
or like focus blast too. Oh no, grass knot is the same thing, but yeah. So I just don't know what, like, I think Encore, again, this last slot's not really important, but I think potentially Encore just might have like a niche use that, I'm not saying you're gonna like get him like, oh, like you locked him into a move, like then you could do something, but it might just be like a good move just to make sure so like you don't just straight up lose at a point. Like if they bring in
Yeah.
something and you don't know if it's set up or not, just to click Encore just in case so you don't just get wrecked if you're in a bad spot. I don't really think like any other move is like really needed here. So I would probably roll with Encore here.
Nothing else is really catching my eye.
Yeah. Fake out. Okay, I'll go Encore. This could be an interesting item. Could be Balloon if you want to switch this guy into Glamora. So he would basically have to just rock move Raw, which would be crazy into this team. Because he could think Ting Lu is a switch, so you could get technically a free turn. Could be Balloon, could be Shucka Berry, just to bait a move and just kill his ass. Could be just Citrus Berry, just to get more health back if you're gonna plan on taking some chip from things. It's between one of those 3 items if I had to pick.
Yeah, I think Balloon helps with that possible Telegram bundle too.
Yeah.
And I think it just makes it safe, and then I encore into that or encore into Hydro, and then I can go to Zapdos or Tentacruel respectively.
Well, versus bundle, even if it's Terra Ground, I think instead of encoring, I think you probably just fucking Gigaton hammer that guy. Like, you probably just straight up murder him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And actually, I thought it would do more, honestly. Oh, bundle has decent defense. It's the spit F that's shitty. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you would do about half with, even if he's Terra Ground, but yeah, you can either knock him off or you can Gigaton probably bundle.
I'd probably end up knocking him off.
Yeah.
Unless I see Booster.
Right.
Which
Obviously. Yeah.
I guess Booster special attack wouldn't be awful.
Yeah. Modest fucking booster would be tough.
Then you just invite Valiant in.
Yeah. Valiant with booster or this guy with protect. So one of the 2. But yeah, we could roll with balloon. Balloon. If you still have the balloon, then it's a pretty easy switch into this guy versus Glamora too. So he should not just raw rock move. That'd be crazy. When you have a Ting Lu. So we can make this guy really speedy if we want to make sure we're faster than Glamora, or we can focus on just spit def. I'm thinking we make this guy a bit speedy, and then we might make Tentacruel. We might want to make Tentacruel like Assault Vest or something, actually.
I like the idea of also being able to outspeed Gold and knocking it off.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. So we would be pretty quick. I would still go with like max HP, but
yeah,
like a very speedy Tinkaton here. So we'd go 299, and then we could throw the rest in attack. Why not? Something like this would be solid. But no, I like Assault Vest Tentacruel. So we wouldn't run Toxic Spike here, but I mean, again, they have double spinner, grounded poison, so. But I think it might, if they don't know where Assault Vest either, it might catch the bundle off guard, and we could potentially live a hit and knock his ass out. If he's Terra Ground, that is at least. Let's check real quick though. Tentacruel. Assault Vest. Yeah, so modest.
Yes, I haven't even taken 50. I guess I would take 50 from Terra Ice Freeze Dry.
Terra Ice.
Or
Yeah.
no?
Not even. No, you take under 50.
No, yeah.
How about ground? Where's ground? Ground. Terra Blast. Yeah, so it would do about a third. So, and if he's Terra Ground and he just clicks Freeze Dry instead, then, you know, he's only doing about 30. So, it's just solid. Again, it's not going to be a Pokemon that can infinitely check that guy. You don't really have a Pokemon like that. But all you really need is just a couple of switch-ins to flip turn into, you know, either your Valiant or your Blaziken or whatever. And
I just gotta get stuff in Valor, Blaziken range, and call it a day.
yeah. And so, like we said, again, pretty much if this is Assault Vest, like, and this is pretty bulky, this is going to be able to live a hit. Like, Bundle actually literally can't kill anything with one hit. And everything can literally kill that dude pretty much in one hit, besides, like,
Yeah.
these two guys. And if he's Terra Ground, then Cruel probably can, honestly. So we would run, like, we could still run Rapid Spin, don't get me wrong, just in case, like, Golden Go dies or he doesn't bring it. But we probably just run Stab here, like these two, and then just Stab moves, right? So I think just Surf Sludge Bomb, right? Makes the most sense. Knock is an option. But I think if you're predicting a switch, Flip Turn is just as good, just to get momentum anyway.
Yeah, because any opportunity to get Blaziken in.
Yeah.
Well, would I get the speed boost on a Flip Turn turn?
No.
Right?
No, you would
No,
not.
yeah.
No, you have to protect. But ideal. I mean, the things that are switching into.
Yeah, are slow, and I can just get a protect up. And...
Yeah. And Blaziken might even be faster than Golden Go. I don't really know how much speed he's gonna run. He should really creep Blaziken, but he might not. Or, you know, even if Golden Go comes in, like, then you can just, let's say you don't need your rocks up, you can go this guy and get your rocks up, or you can just go Ting Lu, get a spike up. Like, there's a lot of things you can do. You don't have to necessarily go into something and just to threaten it. You can just go Golden Go though and literally just attack too. Like, he doesn't really have good Golden Go switch-ins, even if you're not offensive. Like, what's his? Because if you're in versus, or did I say Golden Go switches? I meant Earthquake switches. But if you're in versus like Golden Go, you can easily click Payback or something instead, right? Like a dark move. So Thunderous isn't really like a free switch in, and then, or if you just click Earthquake, then everything else pretty much takes a chunk, besides like Whimsicott or something. So
yeah, and he also doesn't really want to take Ruination on Dundee at all.
yeah,
So I just put it in quick Ruination, and I hit it.
yeah, exactly.
I've played with Hammer on. I know how easy it is to hit a 90% accurate dark move.
Yeah. Oh my god. I feel like I'm always miss with that move, dude. It's crazy.
I missed the first one and go 100% after.
Really? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, whoops. Does this thing get Scald? Alright, no. Alright, let's do Surf and Sludge. Alright. What we could do is we could put a little bit of actually, yeah, put a little bit of speed, like right here. No, like right here. This speed bit would basically let us outspeed the Cyclizar and the bundle creeping the Valiant at a +1 speed boost. So, in case we do get the rapid spin off, we'll be faster than those guys, or we should be at least. So just something like that. So yeah, I'm honestly not opposed to making like Ting Lu maybe even some like attack, like offensive, because yeah, like the combination of just Payback Earthquake deals a lot of damage to this guy's team.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, you're probably gonna spike up first when this guy hits the field, but he should like be a bit scared to switch into this guy. You know, if he brings Whimsicott, then that is obviously going to be the switch in. But again, we don't really care about Whimsicott, especially with these two guys. So, yeah, I mean, Zapdos beats Whimsicott. This thing does, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not really worried about Whimsicott. This last slot could be Whirlwind, could be Ruination, could be Whirlwind, Ruination.
Is Resto Chesto a wild shout?
It's good. Yeah, I was actually
I
thinking
mean,
of Rest Talk, but you need a hazard, so Resto Chesto isn't a bad idea, no.
I'm getting 2 whole Ting Lu seems pretty nice here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that, honestly.
Shout out Sun Sun.
Jesus, yeah, shout out Sun. Yeah. Okay.
He got me started on the whole Resto Chesto wave.
Yeah, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I was a big fan of it too. Well, I'm a big fan of Rest Talk, but it's pretty much similar
Yeah.
concept, honestly. I don't think we really need any speed on this guy.
No. Iraq when it isn't coming, and if it does, it's not gonna really creep.
Do we die to an Urshifu? Curious. Bandit, we do. I think we would need too much investment. We would have to go like Impish instead. Yeah, because our Urshifu counterplay is not there right now. Really just don't have a switch.
Yeah, there isn't a Terra type that I could beat with a close combat and still address bundle afterwards, right? Because everything that wants to resist would be weak to it.
Yeah, you're
Minus
right.
Ghost, but even then I'd be weak to Dark at that point, which same issue.
Yeah. Again, the only reason why you would Tera Dark though in this game is if you're versing a prankster Pokemon. So that's honestly not a bad idea. I would probably go a Tera type here to show that resists close combat. So could even be something like Fairy. No, you don't want to be weak to Golden Go though. So probably Poison, I'm thinking.
Yeah, Poison. I guess Ghost is the only other type that would actually resist all of Bundle's respected moves.
Yeah, it's just the being
But
weak
then
to
I'm weak
Golden
to
Go
Urshifu,
sucks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Golden Go. And I mean, and Wicked Blow too, yeah. What about
I mean,
Fly?
it also has to force Bundle into actually being Terra Ground to be a problem.
Yeah.
Which Terra Ice does still look like legitimately scary, but
It's manageable, I think.
it's Ground or Ice. Those are the 2 that he has.
Yeah, I agree.
And either way, I'm getting out of the Ice weakness, and I'm sitting on Urshifu better. So Poison would fit both.
You could be like Bug, honestly. So the reason why I say Bug is because I resist fighting, which is the main thing from Urshifu, so it kind of makes him second guess clicking CC. You resist like a potential Grass Knot from Thunder. And then you're still like not weak to Golden Go's attacks. Like they're just neutral versus you. So
yeah, I'd also sponge poison moves from Glim and Earthquake if Zapdos goes down.
yeah. Well, Bug doesn't resist poison, does it? No, I don't think so. But that is not like Glimora again. It should probably run Energy Ball or something. So that is a resist to another coverage move. So I kind of like Bug here as a defensive typing here. Actually, you're not gonna be weak to bundles attacks either. Like Ice, Water, Ground. It's not gonna be super effective versus you. So I think Bug here is optimal actually. How much do we do to Urshifu? I'm curious. About 40, no investment. What about like body press? Does that do more? a bit more.
Oh yeah, well, that's a investment too.
Yeah, we would probably run this investment though.
Yeah.
So it'd be, but we would have to. Mm, I don't like body press. So I think payback is needed because if you run EQ body press, then Thundy just sits on you. So I'd probably just run this set then. Hopefully with some spikes up, or she'll get chipped anyway.
Yeah, what I need 2 layers to two-shot it. I'm doing like
Uh,
35, 40.
yeah, exactly. So I'd run 136. And then it's for def like this, I think. Actually, I think we go plus defense nature, right? Yeah, we do. So we would be 320, 284. Oh, wait, no, we can't. We could put it in HP, though. That's better. Yeah, that's fine. We get a lot more HP that way. Okay.
Do I need to worry about even number Ting Lu?
No, because you're not like lefties or anything. You're just Chesterberry. And you don't take rocks damage or anything like that. You actually resist rocks. Yeah, so a little bit concern is this team is kind of slow. And his team's like really fast. Obviously you have Tech Blaziken, which is nice. Valiant I think has to be either booster speed or Scarf here, just so you have some sort of speed control. It's just looking at his team, it's a bit hard to lock into a move. If Golden Go is dead or doesn't come, Moonblast is pretty free. Like the only other resist is Glamora, and it doesn't have recovery Glamora. So that's pretty spammable if you're Scarf. But if Golden Go is there and if it has recover, you're gonna basically have to predict that and click Shadow Ball. Which Shadow Ball isn't necessarily a bad click either. Like his only resist is Cyclozar, which might not come. And then Urshifu, which is probably not going to switch that in right away into a Valiant. So, I wonder, does Valiant two-shot with Shadow Ball Golden Go? If it doesn't two-shot it, then it's not worth running it anyway. Shadow Ball. Okay, it does, for the most part. Scarf does also give you a Revenge Killer versus Scarf Urshifu. Yeah, I think Scarf is probably the best here. I think like sets by itself, I think booster speed is probably better, obviously, but I think we need some sort of speed here, speed control.
Yeah.
That's another thing too with this team. I know again, like it's not really, you're just trying to win with the mons you want, but the speed is a bit scary when you play teams with this with like 4 guys faster than 110. It's like what the hell.
Okay, let's be real. 2 of them aren't really guys. Cyclozar is on the line of a guy or not.
Yeah, Whimsica's good utility though. I could see it coming. It's not like an offensive like sweep or anything, but
it makes more sense without the Thundy.
Yeah. So
I don't really see a game where you'd ever bring it over Thundy.
it would just be for the typing really, like if we needed a Grass Fairy or something. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm thinking we probably have to roll Scarf here. And if you bring in Valiant pretty early, which you can, it's just a Scarfer. You're probably, and like pretty much all 6 Pokemon are alive, you're probably going to end up locking in Shadow Ball early on. Because you really should not pivot Urshifu first on Valiant. So Shadow Ball hits everything else for neutral. Yeah. And it does let you run like something like Trick too. If you want to just cripple something, you could potentially do that as well.
Does this Trick still go through good as gold or no?
I actually don't think so.
I have no clue how that works other than
I don't think so.
All I know is you can't helping hand it in BGC.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. We can test it real quick after we're done, but I'm pretty sure it would stop it. Or maybe because I think I've seen like a Klefki try to trick it and it blocked it, but I don't know if that's because of Prankster or if that's because of like it's just trick in general. So we can check it after the game. Or you can also be something like Destiny Bond if you rather that. Like to trick Destiny Bond could definitely catch people off guard. Um, but Moonblast Shadow Ball, you probably just want a fighting move anyway, just in case they do Terra Steel something. Um, you'd just be Aura Sphere. And then the last slot would be between Trick or Destiny Bomb, whichever you prefer, honestly.
I like Destiny Bond. I guess
Demon?
we'll
Oh,
find out.
okay. Demon's fine. I think either that one of them work. Yeah, you just have to speed creep the Thundy. Honestly, yeah, I was gonna say you could just go max just to make sure, like, but I don't think it's worth it. The Whimsicott here again. I think if Whimsicott comes, that's good for us anyway. So I don't really think we have to worry about that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the only problem with this team is there isn't really like a win condition here. Like it seems like the game plan is, just get up spikes and chip things down. We have pretty good like switch ins and answers to his things. And we have a breaker, we have a revenge killer, seems like it, or maybe like a late game sweeper this could be, but not necessarily like a win condition on this team. I don't really know if we can make one with the 6 we're bringing. I feel like all these Pokemon are pretty like necessary in this matchup. The only other like thing that we could potentially make a win condition is this guy with the whole like Swords Dance instead of Solar Beam. It's just really, really tough to get that Swords Dance up if we don't run like a screen or something to help that guy. That was the whole thing. It's hard to set up with Blaziken against this team.
Yeah, I mean the only other set that I could even like posit is Endure Berry upper hand reversal. And then you have to have a fire move for gold.
Why would you want upper hand for like Sucker Punch or something?
Yeah, Sucker Punch would be the only real reason to have it.
What kind of berry? Like a lychee berry? Like to boost attack or
Probably.
something? Yeah.
Because I'd have to find a fire move that kills gold without being Flare Blitz.
Yeah, just probably be like Fire Punch or something. So
Is,
then,
is Blaze Kick 100% or is it?
no, I can miss like 90.
Oh, yeah. I'd miss it.
Yeah, I don't like that move at all.
Great signature move.
I mean, +1 probably kills with Fire Punch anyway. It kills. Does it get Fire Punch? I don't even know if it gets Fire Punch. No, it doesn't. Oh wait, yeah, it does.
Yeah,
okay.
it does.
Okay. So you could do that. It would just be Endure, Protect. Well, would you even need Protect then if you're Endure? No, right? Yeah.
I just go +1.
So it'd be just Endure, Fire Punch, CC.
Well, wouldn't reversals be better than CC if I get there?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It would just suck if you like Endure and then like they switch or something and then like
Mm-hmm.
then you're full and then they go like Swampert or something and then like what do you I don't know. I just feel like killing Swampert though helps your team a lot.
Yeah, because like I don't really see a way to make Blaziken a super effective breaker or win condition without running something silly.
Yeah.
Because like even like Tactical Facade would stop the prankster shenanigans and
Eh,
still hit hard.
yeah. What do you think about like a? I was gonna say, what do you think about like a this Zapdos? Like it's again, it can check the Golden Go and lure the bundle, but like we have like things that can switch into Golden Go and then pivot out. So I'm thinking like, what if you make this guy maybe like a bit offensive, Zapdos? The only really
He
like
does,
thing that wants to could like switch in is probably like Glimmy, but it'll still take a chunk from like an offensive Thunderbolt.
yeah. I mean,
So
well, it'll take like 30 to 40 just from a volt switch.
yeah, let's check offensive Okay, not specs. Glimora. Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah.
offensive
Jeez.
Thunderbolt should two-shot him. Um, and we still could like run like a Yachi Berry even if we're offensive if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Could also run something like Sharp Beak if we want to make our like Hurricane stronger versus Pert. And I guess Cyclozar if it comes.
I guess how likely is Hurricane to two-hit KO a physically defensive Pert?
It probably will without any investment, honestly. Let me see. Ooh, close.
Oh yeah.
It's close.
That's 252.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what we would be if we're going to be offensive. We could also do something like Metal Sound with Throat Spray. Um, it'll boost our special attack and then lower their thing. So we would just straight up KO the Swampert if they switch in and we get that play correct. But
You're telling me this guy gets metal sound?
he definitely does, no?
What? No.
Right here, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So yeah, he would go to -1. We would go to -2. We would go to +1. So we would definitely just kill him. He would, but then the problem is if we do that, he could just bring in Bundle to revenge us, unless we're like freaking agility or something. Agility Zapdos, eh?
I mean, I would get a free turn probably from the whatever switching out into Swampert.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that like we would have to agility right on a switch, and then whatever comes in, they just can't like kill us or hopefully like Swampert doesn't click like roar or something. And then if we metal sound like then we get the boost, we're +2 speed, like we're good. Swampert wouldn't be able to like kill us with anything, especially now with like well, does Avalanche work if he goes second or do we have to hit him? How does that work, that move?
I believe it's second.
Just
Or
going
it's I believe
second.
it's if it actually gets hit. It should be the same as payback.
Let's see real
Right?
quick. I freaking forget. Honestly, I haven't seen that move in a minute. Yeah, if it's damage.
Damn it.
So it wouldn't double on our metal sound turn.
So the only other way would probably be like banded Stone Edge. And even then you'd probably have to crit.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Bring Bandit into this team.
Mm-hmm.
So we could run an agility zap. That would probably be the win condition on our
Mm-hmm.
team here. Because like T-Bolt, Hurricane. That's another thing too with the whole like agility metal sound. We wouldn't have Heat Wave. Like T-Bolt still hits Golden Go, but we wouldn't have Heat Wave, nor we wouldn't have like Roost either. I don't necessarily think we need metal sound, honestly. Like Hurricane still chunks Swampert.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking we run agility and then 2 attacks Roost or 3 attacks with Heat Wave.
I mean, the only way Gold can actually punish us if we don't have Heat Wave is just nasty plotting, right?
Yeah, just Thunderbolt do half anyway. Let's see.
Surely it would 2-hit KO.
It's close if he's no bulk. If we're agility, we can actually go modest though too, probably.
Mm-hmm. And also, if we get a spike up modest, we should, right?
Yeah, it would be nice though to make sure we're faster than Urshifu before agility, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd probably be better just to go timid regardless. Excuse me. Mm, yeah, and if we're agility, I think we do run boots here because we're not gonna agility in front of bundle anyway. So just to come in at 100%, I think is nice. And we can even bring this in versus something like Golden Go and just attack. Like we don't have to show agility, or versus Glamora or Urshifu if they're in range of a kill. We don't have to show agility until everything is in range to die either.
Yeah, and even if it puts us in a position where Valiant can get everything in range.
Yeah. So yeah, I like
Because
that.
if we bait the hurt with Blaziken, get it out of the way, what I just have to hit a hurricane?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, like I don't even think the only other thing you even have to hurricane really is
I have to hurricane bundle.
bundle. Yeah,
I'm
if it's Terra
cycles
Ground, it
are
might not
again.
even be Terra Ground.
Do I kill Terra Ice with a Thunderbolt? I might.
It's close because I know its thing is ass. Spadef.
What is it, 50 something? 60,
It would
yeah.
do 85 to 100 at
Well,
least.
that's water, isn't it?
Yeah, so it would do half if he's just
Oh, yeah,
Terra
yeah, yeah.
Ice. Yeah, 85 to 100. So, I mean, it's pretty close to dying. So, especially if he's not boots. So,
Mm-hmm. I think Scarf or even Specs just looks so good with Terra Ice.
yeah.
I can see Boots just because it's Boots, it's broken. Air quotes.
I love boots. It's the best item.
Right.
So it would be either this or if you don't want Heat Wave for Goldie, you can do Roost, I think. Or even, what else? So, I don't know. It could be some crazy shit like Zap Cannon if you need the extra damage or something for a KO. I don't know. Like, I don't really think. It's probably best just to have Heat Wave anyway, maybe. Just
Mm-hmm.
in case, you need the extra damage on Goldie, or maybe they Terra Steel on something. It could be nice to have.
Yeah, I don't need HP if I'm fast and everything. Right.
Yeah, yeah. You're only, yeah.
Because
And,
after an agility, I have to worry about Sucker Punch.
mm-hmm.
That's his only priority, right?
Mm, yeah.
Besides like Whimsicott and
Yeah, the prankster. I mean, all they could really do though is like trick you, probably. I guess they could like encore you, but they would have to go into that on the agility.
yeah.
So
Well,
it's
oh my bad. He's got quick attack Cyclozar too.
oh yeah, can't forget about that.
Uh,
But yeah,
I've seen that so many times. So
no, yeah, it's really just the thingy, the sucker punch. But yeah, I'm starting to think that it might be best to Terra the Ting Lu here. Again, you
mhm.
really only need to Terra this dude if you're versus these guys. And I'm talking like you're versus them and they're in KO range to the point where like if you do Terra, you get a kill like for sure. And
Yeah.
you avoid anything. Like if it's better for you to switch, then just switch and save your Terra for Ting Lu. But yeah, there's really just no downside to being a bug type here. Like his flying type can't hit you. He doesn't have a fire type. Like, does he have a rock type? No. Oh, he's got Glamora. So
Yeah,
it
I'm
would.
not forced to click it early, and I can just stay ground type and eat the rocks
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah,
and
that is
climb in
that is something you have to take note.
Shifu.
Yeah, you would take it 25 for Mox if you're a bug type. So
I mean, I'm more clicking it if I get in a scenario where I'm in against Shifu.
yeah, you're more than likely either Shifu or Thunderous. One of those two
Yeah.
guys, because they're gonna either focus blast grass, not you, or CC. So he could. A good play from him would be to U-turn maybe the first time, just to scout if you Terra or not. But he might just straight up attack you. I don't know. I mean, you do have what, one, two. You have three fighting resists. Valiant. I mean, kind of fighting resist, not really.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he might just be hesitant to U-turn anyway because of Zapdos in the
static,
back.
yeah, 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 yeah. So that's why I'm thinking, but Terra Electric. But even now, but again, if he's Terra Electric, then bang, then you Earthquake. So it's a little bit
Mhm.
tricky for him, you know. But no, I like this team. You have you have flip turn to get some momentum. That's really your only momentum, but I think that's fine. I think basically the turn to bring in Blaziken is when something ends up dying and you just get a free switch. You're probably not switching Blaziken hard in on an attack, so. Um,
Yeah.
but no, yeah, getting your hazards up will be certainly nice here. You don't have spin block, so. Well, if it's just Glamora, I guess you technically do with Tinkaton.
Yeah, I don't know how likely Cycles are would actually be.
Yeah. So, so, no, I think this team is solid. Is there any other things that are kind of like worrying you at all, you think?
Not really.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think this team is pretty solid. You have good speed control. Well, as good as you can get versus the speed difference here.
Mhm.
You have decent checks to his strong guys, but yeah, like I said, like before we started recording, I think the more games you play, I think the more you realize like having two like offensive Terra Pokemon is gonna be like pretty hard to handle here. So, but
Yeah, it's gonna be frustrating, but I also think I have the most versatile captain in the format,
yeah,
so I can do whatever I need to with Blaziken to counter them offensively. I have a good backbone, so I'm not too worried about the double offensive captain.
uh-huh, that makes sense. Yeah. Um. Okay. Yeah, I think that's solid. You gotta pick a lead now. Um. It's probably one of your hazard setters for your lead, if I had to guess. What threatens? The only thing about Tinkaton, if you lead it, is you reveal Balloon immediately.
Hmm. I mean, it also would probably get popped if it's a bundle lead.
Yeah, or Urshifu could just U-turn on you.
Hmm.
Well, Urshifu, if they U-turn though and you're pickpocket, you take the item. Do you want to be pickpocket here? Pickpocket with Balloon is pretty common, so at least you get an item. Um, I guess like taking a scarf or something might be a little sucky, but it's probably still ideal to take away items.
I mean, his Scarfers are, I guess, bundle's the only one that makes sense that would actually hit Tinkaton.
Or Urshifu with U-turn.
It's Oh yeah, I guess it is.
Maybe pickpocket.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, like we at least get our rocks up and then we take a scarf, so it's not the
Hmm.
end of the world. So okay, so if we lead Tink, same thing with like Swampert. Like if we're on a balloon, they're just gonna flip turn to break it, and then you get the item at least.
Yeah, yeah. It might also just be nice to steal bundles like Spec or Scarf right off
Yep.
rip,
Yep.
because I wouldn't be locked into Stealth Rock.
No.
So take it after the turn, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's got to find something that wants to take a Gigaton or wants to get knocked off.
Well, actually, if they attack first and then they break your balloon, I think you pickpocket their item and then you stealth rock. So I think you
Oh
would
yeah,
be
yeah.
locked into it actually. So, but I mean, we still have switches, so it's not the end of the world.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think, is Ting Lu a better lead here? What would you have to switch out versus?
The bundler.
Would
I
you
guess
though?
Shifu too.
Uh,
Mm.
Like it?
I guess I could just pop Bug really.
Yeah. Like, what are they clicking versus the Ting Lu? Are they just gonna attack?
I mean, they have to fear body press still, right? If they are Terra Ice, they'd have to fear the body press.
Yeah, they have decent defense, so I think like I said, they would probably live one. But let's see. Hold on. Wait, let me clear my sets real quick. The only other thing I'm potentially thinking of too is, since we are gonna more than like it seems like Ting Lu is probably going to be the Terra choice actually more than not. It might not be,
Hmm.
but because of the whole like bug, like it might be better to run like leftovers. I'm thinking, or boots even. Um, but let's see. Hold on. How was I checking bundle?
I think yeah, boots make sense, and then just getting body press would be nice.
Let's see.
Because what his knock guys are the ones not coming. Thunderous, Swampert, Cyclozar. I
Yeah.
don't. I guess Thunderous is really the only one of those guys that I have to worry about like actually knocking off the boots.
Mm-hmm. But even then, all these guys can just U-turn on you. I feel like he should be like
Mm-hmm.
U-turn spamming your ass. um. Yeah. Even like something like leftovers. Like leftovers and protect too could also work. Also let you scout items if they're or scout attacks if they're locked. Obviously you can't protect versus Urshifu, but we're bug, so
Yeah,
it's not a big deal.
I've had plenty lectures from Mr. Wagon Fruit about Protect.
Yeah. It would just because you're leftovers, and again,
Yeah,
like the downside is potentially like protecting into like a setup move, but you would have to like make sure it's not like that type of set, or else it's probably not worth it. And they would only do that if you've already shown protect at least once.
yeah,
They're
and
not gonna
they
think you
also
have
be
protect,
worried
you know.
ones.
Hmm.
It might just be we'll never set up anyway.
Yeah. So I kind of like maybe leftovers protect here actually.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can sit on Thundy way better too,
Yeah.
and just start spiking. If he wants to stay in, I'll get my spikes up.
Yeah. Let me see. Math. 512 we need. Well, actually, let's take it out of this. Okay. All right.
What's the rule for leftovers?
You just want to be divisible by 16, like evenly.
Okay, yeah.
So I think 512 over 16 is like 27. I don't know. Wait, 26. Is it 27? I think it's 27.
32.
Oh,
I got a fancy calculator right next to me.
as long as it's even. Okay, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Okay, 32. Um, so Ting Lu lead might actually be the play here. What would you not Terra versus? Golden Go lead. Golden Go, you'd probably. Golden Go's tricky because if it's leading it, there's a solid chance it might be like a trick scarf set, so you could protect, but also you would think like, oh, it's a free spike. So if you protect and they switch, then you look like a dummy. So it's a bit tricky.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy getting tricked would kind of suck. um,
I think I'd just end up protecting and seeing.
yeah. What would he do if he does switch? Go probably like Swampert. Swampert.
I guess Glim could make sense if he's Balloon.
Maybe, but you still have payback though. So
But yeah, I mean, the only thing it would just be getting the T spike up, but
yeah,
it's less important. So TC tend to.
yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
Thundy or
versus
Pert.
yeah, maybe turn one. I'd probably just pay back actually versus Goldie. Because realistically he should switch, and if he does at least trick you something, you pretty much at least get rid of or do a shitload to Golden Go.
Yeah.
So
Was that calculating with damage?
that's the
Or was it double?
yeah, that's the 100 base power
I don't
double.
I don't have to get hit for it to.
No. You just have to go
Oh,
second.
okay.
That's it. Yeah. So this is always going to be doubled for Ting Lu. Like you're slower than everyone.
Hmm.
So it's pretty much like a 100 base power free move. So yeah, you're gonna pretty much kill that guy if he tricks. So that's probably what I would
Yeah.
do is payback and get damage on whatever comes in if he switches. Okay, what else? Let's see. So versus bundle, obviously take into account the Terra typing, but you're probably okay to just Terra, and honestly, you could probably Terra Spike because realistically, he's probably gonna momentum out of there because if you're offensive, you just kill his ass or do a lot to him.
Hmm.
And even if he does attack, you're like he's not super effective versus you, so you're gonna be not taking that much. Plus you get leftovers. Plus you can protect the following turn. So Spike
Yeah.
is pretty free versus he could be lead taunt. If he's lead taunt, then it is what it is. You just attack on the second turn. Urshifu, again, you probably have to just Terra attack.
Hmm.
But again, if I'm him, I probably momentum that's first turn, so it's a bit sucky that you reveal Terra. But I think that's your best play. I don't really think you have another play versus Urshifu lead.
Yeah, because I mean, he can't. He doesn't want to stay in because I could have body.
Yeah, I mean, if he's staying in, he's either momentum
He's
or
CC. Yeah.
CCing. Yeah, he's gonna. Again, he should know the Terra bug, but I don't know how good these players are either. So who knows? Golden Go, we pay back. Thunderous. Thunderous, I think we can Terra. We Terra for sure, so we don't take a super effective hit. It's just whether we want to pay back or spike. He should switch, so I'm thinking spike. Yeah, I'm thinking spike versus Thundy.
Mhm.
It also depends on too, like if he has Cyclizar or not, because then he can always basically spin up, like whenever he wants. He's faster and everything. You don't have a blocker. So maybe if he has Cyclizar, like you're gonna attack more often than Spike. But if he doesn't have it, then I think you Spike. Pert. Let's check the Pert calcs. Okay, so he really doesn't do shit to you. You guys don't really do shit to each other. It's actually. Why is this? Oh, he's 0 IV. Let's go 0 IV to make sure we're slower than Pert. So our thing is doubled.
All right, yeah. So it's just whatever I want to click.
Yeah.
Probably it's gonna be paid back as long as Thundy's alive,
Yeah.
I guess.
Um.
Or I switch it up if we do get into a just damaging each other.
Yeah. You
So
could.
doesn't get a free Chifu ever.
Yeah, you could just also catch him on a like if he's just kind of like spamming. He's gonna flip turn though. He's not gonna just spam earthquake
Yeah.
versus you. He should flip turn, right? But again, if he flip turns, something else has to take an attack. So, um,
Hmm.
so yeah, you're fine to just spike, teched up, and then attack and do whatever. I think you're okay. Cyclizar, how much does payback do to that guy? You about half with these guys, and that's max HP too. So, worst case is he might knock you off, which is definitely annoying. But if you 2-hit him, I think versus Cyclizar, you probably lead attack him, and then you spike on the following turn because he should U-turn and regen
Yeah,
out.
just get this regen. Yeah.
Yeah, so spike on the second turn seems nice. Glamora, you probably don't even have to Terra.
Yeah, I mean,
He shouldn't stay in. I don't see him staying in anyway. He just dies to a, unless he's like, I mean, he'd probably be a Sash lead if he's leading it.
even then, I just attack and I get a free tentacle.
Yeah.
Or I can is what if Thundy would come in, or Hurt would come in, and I Terra, and then find a way to get in Tenta.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Plus, if Cyclizar doesn't come, then that's his only remover. So what you could do is you could, like, he might just try to like spike stack you or something.
Mm-hmm.
You could attack him once, and then on the following turn, just go straight up into Tinkaton and then encore him, and then you get your rocks up, and then that's there to stay because if he switches, he dies anyway. So that's a good play, I think, as you should do. Then Whimsicott is I mean, Whimsicott, I think you just pivot Ting and 10, bro, and get rocks up, whatever. Like, you don't care. I don't even think you gotta risk taking like a Moonblast or Energy Ball or whatever. You just go Tinkaton and get up the rocks. Nothing crazy there. So that's the only Pokemon I think you even have to switch, honestly. Oh, wait, I skipped Araquanid. Araquanid, you'd probably switch, actually. Araquanid's a bit annoying. I think you just go Tenta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go Tenta if he... You know, he can Sticky Web you, but I think you just slow flip turn then into the Golden Go. And then you can go Ting Lu and you can start getting your stuff up. So, that's probably ideal. So, you're staying in versus everything but the last 2 Pokemon, which are probably not going to come.
I'm tearing on Shifu Bundle per Dundee.
You Tera on Bundle, Shifu. Not Golden Go. You Tera on Thundy, you Tera on Pert. You probably Tera on Cyclozar too, because it can like power up your ass. How much does power
True.
up do? And U-turn would be stronger versus you pre-Tera too. Holy shit, look at that damage. What am I missing? Oh, that's terrible.
I'm already Terra Bug, yeah.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That doesn't do shit. It would just be less U-turn damage, but you have leftovers and Protect Breast. Honestly, you don't need Terra versus Cyclozar either now.
And then Glim is just attack.
Yeah, you just attack, and then you go into this guy turn 2. And yeah, so I think you got it. When are you playing this game, by the way?
I believe Saturday night, Sunday night.
Okay.
Let me check. The fuck is this tab? They've put every single channel there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
There's
around
so much.
9 or 10 on Saturday.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Okay, I think we're all good then. So I'm probably gonna. You said Saturday. Yeah, so this will be up probably next Wednesday. So, but yeah, I think we're all good. So again, you're all good, right? There's nothing else that.
Yeah, all good.
All good. All right. Thank you for joining me, man. Thank you guys for watching our team builder. I'll see you guys in the battle. Peace. All right, guys, we're here for Buffcats game for week 1 of WPF. Again, one last look at the picks we have. 3 attacks with the Power Herb Solar Beam for Blaziken. This is to catch the Swampert off guard. Agility, Offensive Zap, Choice Scarf, Valiant. Tera Bug Ting Lu is actually going to be our Tera target because this opponent doesn't have a lot of Pokemon to hit Bug type super effectively. And then we have just a really speedy Air Balloon, Tinkaton with Pickpocket, and then just an AEV Tentacle. So, looking at the team our opponent brought, his Tera captains are Water, Bundle, and Poison Urshifu. So, Poison was definitely expected. Water Bundle hits very hard, but you know, we have Tinkaton plus Tentacruel. We really thought it was going to be Tera Ground on Bundle because it would hit these two super effectively, but he went with the Water. So, anyways, we lead here. So our plan was just to Tera and straight up get an Earthquake off. So we'll see what happens. We Tera, Earthquake. His opponent went into Glamora on a Ting Lu. What the heck was he expecting? He was probably expecting just like a spike or something from our end. Not sure why the Urshifu didn't U-turn at least, if he's going to switch, unless he just doesn't have U-turn. But yeah, I mean, we take the... Or he could have went Swampert maybe even on an Earthquake, but we'll take the free kill on Glamora. Nice. Urshifu comes back in, which is very interesting. So I just Earthquake again if I'm him. Holy shit, that did 44 damage. That's got to be banded. So he should know it's banded now. Oh no, he protected. Oof. Okay, so I think I actually mentioned a couple of times, you know, don't protect on Urshifu. But it happens. It's just one of those abilities that, you know, sometimes you forget about because you don't really see it a lot where like someone attacks into, like someone protects versus Urshifu. But yeah, obviously a misplay here, mistake. But you know, you can't really do anything. It's just, you know, now that this happened to him in the game, it's probably gonna be he's probably gonna like make sure for sure it doesn't happen again. But you know, he probably, if I had to guess, he either clicked a spike or earthquake there, one of the two. So spike would have been nice to get up because it does hit everything besides thunderous, or just damage on this guy is always nice too because we know he's banded. So, but now we're pretty much gonna either sack our Ting Lu or switch. We switch to a Valiant. Yeah, that's a 4 times resist right there, and I still did a third. Plus we eat up the toxic too, so a bit unfortunate, but it's all good. Urshifu's probably gonna switch here. Do we go for that Shadow Ball? We do. Very nice, good play. This actually shows to be pretty like max speed def though, which sucks because we don't 2-shot it even on the switch. So now we probably have to pivot. Yeah, we pivot to Tentacle to absorb the T-Spike, but our opponent makes a really good play. I mean, I guess Psyshock does hit the Valiant as well if it stays in, but it does catch the you know, the Tentacruel, so that's a really good play by our opponent. We do get the T-Spike off though, which is really nice. Now we fast flip turn, probably we go Tinkaton here actually. So he's taking a lot of chip on some Pokemon here. I probably would have just sacked off the Ting Lu at this point. I don't think you know, the 90% Ting Lu is really worth it. I think if you use this Tinkaton to go into, you know, it could still take a hit from Bundle, it could take a hit from Urshifu if it's locked into a Wicked Blow. So I think you probably sacked Ting Lu there on that previous turn. I don't think the 19% Ting Lu is really worth keeping around. But it's all good. So we go Tinkaton. I like the nicknames, by the way. He's used to the hammer. So we go Tinkaton, click knockoff. It does reveal it to be Colbur Berry with recover. So this is like the worst case scenario. Ooh, and then he tries to encore Golden Go. So yeah, it's just again knowledge of knowing what the abilities do. Again, honestly, I won't lie. Like I've tried to trick a Golden Go with Klefki, and then I realized you can't because of the stupid ability. So it's just, you know, with experience of playing draft league games, you know, you get familiar with the ability. So that's 2 plays right there where he lost pretty much for nothing. He protected on Urshifu and then tried to encore a Golden Go, which you cannot. So, bit unfortunate, but all good. We choose to get up the rocks on the switch. Really good play. And then we pivot hard Zapdos before the rocks. Really nice play. I like the aggressive play because we want to get in before the rocks come up. Knocks off our boots. And then do we go for another? No, we go for agility. Okay. So this was going to be our win condition. But honestly, because we still have Blaziken at full health, that could still technically win the game too because it does get speed boost. So I honestly don't mind this, like trying to get Zapdos in early and just trying to basically deal as much damage as possible. I think this was a fine opportunity. As you can see, we're going to be able to kill the Thunderous. And then he brings in Urshifu. So this has to be the most obvious Sucker Punch ever. And we still have 1 HP if we switch out here. How fast were we? We were pretty fast actually, so we were definitely faster than this guy and Golden Go and Swampert. So the only thing we weren't faster than is Bundle. So I don't know if it's worth risking. I think here, like, you can for sure go Ting Lu. Like, Ting Lu is not needed anymore, so it actually just dies to rocks because it's bug type. So I think you sack the Ting Lu here, right, and you keep the 1% Zapdos because it is still faster than 3 out of the 4 Pokemon here. So he doesn't. He gets Sucker Punch. We do get a Paralysis, which is very nice, very lucky. And now we know he's locked into Sucker Punch. So honestly, his opponent going for Sucker Punch there is kind of crazy because if this Blaziken was Swords Dance, which it's not, it's just 3 attacks, protect. But it would be a free Swords Dance because we know he's locked into Sucker Punch, and that would honestly just win the game here. So yeah, kind of crazy, but it is what it is. So now we can just, you know, CC, I'm assuming is what he clicks here. Very nice. We don't need a Solar Beam, unfortunately, for Swampert, so, but 2 CCs will take out the Pert. Not sure if we die to a Banded Sucker at -2 from Urshifu. In comes Bundle. It reveals to be Booster Speed. And he can Terra Water still, so we can't. We can Protect if he wants. He does Protect, very good play. And then he can actually rip off the Solar Beam here. Does he do that? Yeah, he does. Does it kill? Oh wow, holy shit, it killed. Because we're not invested, right? And we're adamant. I want to see that roll real quick. Iron Bundle. That's actually really funny because we planned the Blaziken to kill the... Oh, that shit always killed. Never mind. What the fuck? Yeah, he's only got 60 Spadef. we planned the Solar Beam to kill the Swampert, but it actually worked for the bundle because if he terrors water, I don't think our 2 attacks killed him. Or for CC, it's close. If he's no bulk, it was a roll, but Solar Beam obviously for sure gets the KO. So that's actually pretty funny that that worked out. Urshifu comes in. We save it. Now we sack off the Ting Lu. So, you know, at least we sacked off eventually. Now we know he's locked in the Sucker Punch. Goes Valiant here. Don't agree with that play. I think you just go Blaziken, right? Because you live a Sucker Punch at neutral, right? And 2 attacks just wins the game. Sucker Punch. Yeah, Adamant Choice Band versus Blaziken. That doesn't do anything. So this was a bit of a mistake if you're going to play for differential here, because if he just Sucker Punches and stays in, then that plus Poison would probably knock us out. So I think you just go Blaziken there, right, and you click CC. If he goes Golden Go, you kill it with Flare Blitz the turn after, and then CC will also kill Urshifu. So we don't die to a Sucker Punch, even after Flare Blitz recoil on this guy. So that was the better play, but this still is fine. Yeah, like he's Shadow Ball predicting a switch, but if he just stayed in end Sucker Punch, then we don't even kill Urshifu, and then we die to Sucker plus Poison probably, or at least 2 turns of Poison. So, but that's a bit nitpicky. He still ends up fine here. He kills Golden Go, and then probably just sacks Valiant here. Nope, he goes Tentacruel on the Sucker Punch. So he's going to be able to just go into Blaziken now. Yeah, so he could have just did that before. If he attacked there, then he would have gotten a... I don't know why he Sucker Punched there. He should have known our Valiant was locked in, so... But, like, CC just killed something there. So it should have been really a 3-0 if his opponent didn't do that. But he ends up winning 4-0, so... That was a funny game. I really like the nicknames. You know, Blaziken beat the fraud allegations apparently, but the fact that the Solar Beam worked out for the bundle when it was really meant for Swampert, he probably thought it was like meant for both, but it was really just for Swampert to be honest. But I'm glad it worked out. Really well played, honestly. Not too many mistakes besides the obvious like protecting and trying to encore. That's just game knowledge. That's not misplaying really. And again, if that happens to you in game, that's gonna make you kind of double think about, you know, when you're versing those mons again, like what happened last time, and it'll probably not happen again to him. So he was still able to win honestly 4-0 with 2 turns, basically giving his opponent 2 free turns on those attacks. So well played to Buff. Again, besides those 2 turns, I don't really think he made any misplays. Again, just that optimal going Blaziken here after you sack this guy to for sure win 4-0. And then I think that's it. I mean, it was nice that we got the paralysis too. And I mean, I guess you can say this turn is a misplay. Like, again, you sack the Ting Lu, you see what he locks himself into, go from there. But because actually, yeah, that's really it though, honestly. So, and he could still spin too if he wanted to later, but his opponent probably wouldn't let him spin to get the rocks out. So I think he just held on to the Ting Lu sack a bit too long. But other than that, really well played. Great way to start the season, 1-0 and +4. So thank you guys a ton for watching. If you guys want to be part of the series, all you gotta do is join the Discord down below and sign up in the Team Building with Zooch channel, and I'll get you guys signed up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.